Hey, Tisha.
Hey, how are you?
Doing okay.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, how are you guys? I guess we kind of went over. We had a little bit too much fun.
Yeah, too much.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully our audience will understand.
They
We did
will.
get a couple of messages just to inquire, hey, where's the workshop going? I know school district, they did reach out. They wanted to view the workshop portion.
No. We're going to get it going in a minute.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, guys, we're live, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, I don't know where the council is.
There, on there.
Uh,
Who are you looking for?
Me and you? You see
No.
anybody else?
Let me see.
We have David Tedder, our attorney.
I know,
We
but
have
I'm talking about
Burgess,
council people.
Frank, and Miss Clark.
You need one more.
We need one more council person.
Mhm. Y'all know what's going on with T-Mobile today?
No,
Can't make
ma'am.
calls. T-Mobile.
And Barbara done gone to space, so we need two more now.
Am I with y'all?
You are now.
Okay.
You are now. Yep. Where'd Miss Councilwoman Clark go? You say-
She's on the dark side of the moon, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. All right, this time we're gonna call a budget workshop together. We have with us today, Finance Director, Ms. Kimberly Burgess, our attorney, Mr. David Taylor, Tisha Williams, she's our acting clerk to council, Councilwoman Clark, Councilman Johnson, and also our Emergency Service Director, Mr. Frank Edwards, and also Mr. Andrew Fulgham and myself. So at this time, I guess that we're gonna hear from Ms. Kimberly Burgess. Am I right?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, council members. I'm going to share my screen with you so that you can see the changes. I'm going to make it larger. Can you see that?
No, ma'am.
No?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay, well, we'll try and share it again. There we go. How's that?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So there have been some changes to the budget from the second reading. There was an increase of approximately $3,368,100. And of that amount, $1,208,300 was a carry forward for the this $1,200,000. The Steiny Road Fire Station was $770,000. We had some additional IT malware expenditures that were approved by the council on January of 2020 of approximately 110,000 that was not included, has not been expended and was not included in the fiscal year 2021 budget prior to the third reading. We also had the grant match of $150,000, and then there were some items that have been budgeted but unspent for the fiscal year 1920, so we carried that amount over from the prior year budget. That's approximately $170,000. We also had this $83,000 cash carry forward for the Mead Road fire station sprinkler system. It was approved, and that money has not yet been expended to complete that, so that was carried forward. And then we had an addition of $1,808,000 to the Marsh Cove, for the Marsh Cove Fire Station. Of that amount was the $1,308,000 of USDA RDA bond proceeds. And then there's also a $500,000 grant for the Marsh Cove Fire Station. So we needed to include those in the income as well. And then the other item was we had an increase of approximately $127,500 for some additional grant match requirements. Those, so that now the total revenues are $33,898,200. And we had some offsetting expenditures. One of those items, you can see this long list. This is increases and or decreases, adjustments to the medical insurance line items. Those adjustments totaled $159,900. So because we had some corrections to this year's financial statements for those, so we had to carry that forward into the new budget year. We also increased the capital outlay for the remainder to complete the Stony Road Fire Station. We had anticipated that the Stony Road Fire Station would be complete prior to this fiscal year end. However, it will not be, and we anticipate that approximately it will require $770,000 in order to complete the fire station, so we're carrying that forward. That $110,000, we had $55,000 of technology upgrades that needed to be included as an expenditure from that prior January 2020 ordinance for the IT malware expenditures. We also had, again, we increased the revenue for the bond proceeds and the grant. And this is the outlay for the construction of Marsh Cove Fire Station of $1,808,000, and then the Mead Road sprinkler $83,000. At the last budget workshop council meeting that we had, the council asked that we make some provisions for a new animal control vehicle. So that's $50,000 included in this budget for that. And I've highlighted this in yellow because in the detailed budget that was included with the ordinance, this amount has changed. So it has been reclassed from another budget line item. So if you look at the detail, this amount has changed. That'll have to be approved by you, obviously. We did reduce overtime in the detention center to offset the increase that we had to have in the new medical services contract. We had to increase that amount and provide for the cost pool. So that was an increase of $35,200. And that was offset by the decrease in the overtime of $50,000. We had some other items. We had a consulting services. For a social media consultant, we added $18,000 to the budget for that. That was partially offset by a reduction in the annual leave expense line item of $15,000. That line item has not been used. So we felt that it would be, that would be an appropriate way to compensate for these additional social media consultant. We had some small line item adjustments for postage and again for overtime in the Sergeant Jasper Park. And we did increase the park development for both Sergeant Jasper and for the Parks and Rec Department, one $60,000, the other $90,000 for the completion of the water and sewer for the restrooms that were constructed in this prior year, last year. And also, this is where the $50,000 reclass. So we had some, we decreased the match from $290,000 to $150,000. We also added the church Steiny drainage that was mentioned a couple of council meetings ago. That would be the grant match for that. And then we increased the airport match to $297,500. And we added some additional consulting services for an ongoing solid waste study that we have. The $8,000 is to complete that study. And then there's an ongoing architectural study for the